Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about something that I am deciding to call the can't just have one syndrome. What I mean by that is when you have a bag of cookies or a piece of chocolate and you just won't let yourself have a bite because if you have a bite, you have to have the whole thing. Or if you have one cookie, you have to have 10 cookies. It's this like all or nothing mentality that people have that they can't enjoy and be satisfied with just a little piece of something. And I dealt with this weekend when I had some leftover Mickey Mouse chocolate covered Oreo cookies that I made for my son, and I grabbed one and I ate it and I was satisfied. It did what it needed to do, but then I wanted another one. And I knew that I shouldn't. I was already full. I had just had another meal, and so I said, let me just think about this. Let me have a conversation with myself. It's the weekend, okay? I know I'm already gonna have a cheat meal sometime this weekend, and I don't want to overdo it in right now. So what should I do? Am I hungry? Am I not hungry? So I actually had a conversation with myself. I know, sounds really weird, but if you do this most of the time, it will help you and it will prevent you from overeating. I think a lot of people don't do that. They don't have a conversation with themselves, and you just kind of go on emotion. You react on emotion or on the way you're feeling, or you just don't think and you react. So a lot of times you may not be hungry. You don't really need that extra cookie or that extra piece of chocolate or that extra piece of cake or extra few bites of something. If you were to just sit down and think about how you feel. Think about whether you're still hungry or not. Are you eating out of emotion? I was talking about this with another client who said that she was having a hard time just eating one thing, like a little bite of something in order to be satisfied. And sometimes I feel like if you're not able to kind of conquer this and be able to just eat a bite of something, you end up binging or overeating. Sometimes you don't want to feel deprived all the time. So if you can control yourself, it would be great to be able to say, okay, so I want that chocolate covered pretzel. Let me have one or two and be done with it. And I know you can do it. I know it seems like right now you feel like you can't do it because you've never done it before, but trust me, I've been there. I was like that and I'm not anymore. So that just tells you that there's hope that you can do it. I used to sit down with my dad and he used to bring me these little chocolates from Venezuela and I would literally sit down and eat the entire box. Ask anybody in my family, they'll tell you. But now I don't just kind of react like that. I think about it. So what I want you to learn and take from today is that you don't have to be all or nothing. You don't have to be to feel deprived all the time. You can, if you're craving something or something's in front of you, learn to take one bite and be done. That way you won't feel like you can't wait till your next cheat day or till you can indulge, because then you always end up overindulging and overeating. So try this with me. Next time you go to have something that's not so clean, I want you to have one bite or say a cookie. And I want you to, after that cookie, you have that urge to have a little more. I want you to stop for a second and think. Think about how you feel. Are you still hungry? Did you just have a meal? Do you really need it? Is it going to be worth it? Because sometimes we eat another one or two or three and then we don't feel good, and it doesn't make sense because then you feel bad about yourself and then you feel like you let yourself down because you gave in. So take a few seconds, think about how you feel, if you're hungry or not, if you should do it. Are you going to cheat again? And is it during the weekend and maybe you're going to cheat again tomorrow because you have a dinner and then maybe you don't want to. So stop and have a little conversation with yourself in your head, and I promise you, 8 out of 10 times you will probably stop yourself. You may not get this right at the beginning, but that'll be the new way that you think and that you act. And it works. I'm only telling you that it works because I've been there. Because I've been that person who couldn't just eat one. And now I'm proud to say that I can. So if you're wondering if I ate the second cookie, no, I didn't. I thought to myself, do I really want this cookie? Am I going to feel bad about it after? I'm going to go out tomorrow and probably indulge in a glass of wine or some dessert. I really don't need it. I'm probably going to feel bad after. So I started doing stuff around the house. I got busy. And then after like 20 minutes, I was so glad that I didn't just react and go grab another one because I didn't need it and I didn't want it. So I look forward to hearing some stories on how you're controlling your can't just have one syndrome. And I will see you guys next week.